The rules have officially changed, and this time it is not speculation, rumors, or social media panic. Congress has now approved a new set of immigration regulations that directly impact millions of green card holders across the United States. These changes are already taking effect or will begin very soon. And if you are a green card holder waiting for one or have a family member who depends on permanent resident status, what you are about to hear could determine whether you keep everything you have worked for or risk losing it all. These are not small adjustments. These are major policy shifts with real consequences, and ignoring them could cost you your immigration status. Before we go any further, I need you to take action right now. Subscribe to the Alex Morgan channel, turn on notifications, like this video, and share it with anyone you know who has a green card or is in the process of getting one. Immigration information only matters if it reaches the people who need it in time, and your engagement helps make that happen. I'm Alex Morgan, and today I'm breaking down the newly approved immigration rules from Congress with a special focus on how they affect green card holders. This is confirmed information. This is not opinion, and it's not guesswork. Stay with me until the end because I'll give you a clear step-by-step action plan to help protect your status. To understand what's happening, we need to look at the bigger picture first. Congress has passed a comprehensive immigration reform package aimed at increasing enforcement, reducing fraud, and tightening oversight of permanent residents. According to lawmakers, the goal is to ensure that green card holders are truly living in the United States, following the law, paying taxes, and contributing to society. While some of these changes may sound reasonable on paper, many of them are raising serious concerns within immigrant communities because of how strict and unforgiving they are in practice. Let's go through each major change carefully so you understand exactly what's at stake. One of the most significant changes involves physical presence requirements. Under the previous understanding, most green card holders believed that traveling outside the United States for less than 6 months at a time was generally safe. Longer trips could raise questions, but anything under 6 months was rarely a problem. The new rules changed that entirely. Green card holders are now required to be physically present in the United States for at least 6 months out of every 12-month period. If you spend more than half the year outside the country, immigration officials can argue that you have abandoned your permanent residence. It doesn't stop there. Immigration authorities will now look at a 3-year rolling period as well. If you spend more than 18 months outside the United States during any 3-year window, you can be questioned about whether you truly intend to live permanently in America. For people who travel frequently for work, have sick family members abroad, or maintain homes outside the U.S., this creates serious risk. That's why it's now essential to keep detailed records of every trip you take. Save boarding passes, passport stamps, travel itineraries, hotel receipts, and anything else that proves your travel history. If you plan to be outside the U.S. for an extended period, applying for a re-entry permit before you leave may be necessary because once you leave, it's too late. Another major change involves mandatory biometrics updates. Previously, most green card holders only dealt with biometrics when renewing their card every 10 years. Under the new rules, biometrics must now be updated every 5 years, regardless of when your card expires. USCIS will send you a notice instructing you to appear at a biometric appointment center for fingerprints, photographs, and signatures. Missing this appointment without a valid reason is no longer a minor issue. It can result in the revocation of your green card. That's why keeping your address updated with USCIS using Form AR11 is absolutely critical. If you don't receive the notice because you moved and failed to update your address, the consequences can be severe. Background checks have also expanded significantly. Green card holders are now subject to continuous criminal background monitoring, not just during citizenship applications. If you are arrested for any offense, even a misdemeanor, USCIS can be notified automatically through shared law enforcement databases. Crimes involving moral turpitude, domestic violence, drugs, firearms, or fraud can all lead to deportation. And under the new rules, even relatively minor offenses are being examined much more closely. If you have any criminal history at all, even from years ago, or cases that were dismissed or expunged, you should speak with an immigration attorney immediately. Tax compliance is another area where enforcement has tightened dramatically. Green card holders are required to file U.S. tax returns every year on their worldwide income, even if they live abroad. Under the new system, USCIS and the IRS are sharing information more extensively than ever before. When you apply to renew your green card or apply for citizenship, you will be asked to submit tax transcripts covering the last 5 years. Failure to file taxes can result in denial of benefits, immigration penalties, or even removal proceedings. If you're behind on your taxes, it's far better to address it now with a qualified tax professional than to wait until USCIS discovers the problem. The public charge rule has also been expanded. While it traditionally applied to people applying for green cards, it can now be considered when reviewing existing green card holders. Receiving certain public benefits such as cash assistance, food stamps, non-emergency Medicaid, or subsidized housing may be weighed against you during status reviews or citizenship applications. This doesn't mean automatic loss of status, but it does mean you need documentation showing why the assistance was temporary and how you are working toward self-sufficiency. Congress has also expanded the grounds for deportation. New categories include false claims to U.S. citizenship, voting in federal elections, and providing material support to organizations later designated as terrorist groups, even if the support was unintentional. These rules allow no room for good faith mistakes. One wrong checkbox on a form, especially voter registration paperwork, can have irreversible consequences. Citizenship interviews have become more demanding as well. The civics test remains extensive, English requirements are stricter, and officers are conducting deep reviews of your entire history as a green card holder. Every trip, tax filing, job, and interaction with law enforcement may be examined for inconsistencies. Preparation and honesty are critical. Finally, expedited removal procedures now apply to certain green card holders convicted of serious offenses, limiting the right to a full hearing or appeal. Once a decision is made, deportation can happen quickly. To protect yourself, keep meticulous travel records, update your address immediately when you move, file taxes every year, attend all USCIS appointments, avoid criminal activity, and never lie on immigration forms. Maintain strong ties to the United States, and, if eligible, strongly consider applying for U.S. citizenship. Citizenship provides the highest level of protection and freedom. Thank you for watching Alex Morgan. If this information helped you, subscribe, turn on notifications, and share this video. Immigration law changes fast, and staying informed can make all the difference. Until next time, stay informed, stay compliant, and protect your status.